Deadline reports that Solo, a Star Wars story, could make as much as $170 million. This is despite changing directors, the lead actor needed an acting coach, and so many Star Wars fans being increasingly disappointed in the entire franchise. Do you think Solo, a Star Wars story, will make $170 million when it opens Memorial Day weekend? Please comment below. All right, so we decided to do another episode at the Cozy Nut in Seattle. Sam is a very wonderful bartender. He's been real good to us, and I wasn't a huge fan of the first one, the Islay. So Kara, the camerawoman, is drinking mine, and of course Ed loved it, so he's drinking his. But he picked out, and this will make my friend Bob really happy, because my friend Bob's a big fan of George Dickel. Now, we've done other George Dickels, can't remember which episodes, so we'll put that on the bottom of the screen. But this is George Dickel Rye. I'm almost positive we've never done George Dickel Rye, and so Sam's going to set us up here with some George Dickel Rye, and I'm very picky about my ryes. I've yet to find a rye I like as much as a local distiller, Skip Rock. Skip Rock Distillery has the best rye I've ever had. And but let's see here. Sam, why was George Dickel Rye this pick?
Because I like it. I think it tastes good. And I prefer rye over whiskeys or bourbons. So okay. I think it's nice.
Okay, cool. All right, well, here we go. George Dickel Rye.
It's not bad. Especially, it's not bad at all. And I believe I saw in there with my eyesight, I think it said 90 proof. Is that what that says there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's that bite that comes in on it. Still very sweet. It's not unrefined or anything. It's really good.
Yeah, for 90 proof, that is for 90 proof. That's not bad at all. It's not as harsh as a lot of other ryes, and that's what I don't like usually about ryes, is that they're very, very harsh, and it's very hard to do a good rye, and on a higher proof, it's not a little too harsh. That's what I like about Skip Rock, is Skip Rock, even though they'll do like I think what was it, 103 proof, it still tasted as smooth as a lot of 80 proof. So this is Sam at Cozy Nut has set us up good again. With another good one, and excellent. Sam's treating us good. He wonders why we don't leave, you know.
I like that.
Yeah, it's got that good initial taste, and it's got a really a way better finish than you'd expect. So. Yeah, that's not bad. You know. So cheers to my friend Bob. I know he watches all the time. He's one of our regular viewers, and a lot of people don't know that he was actually the inspiration of this show. I went over to visit his house several years ago, and the last night I was there, we went into a place, got a whole bunch of those little bottles, and basically just sampled a whole bunch of different whiskeys, all instead of just having one. And I found the adventure of tasting all these different whiskeys really entertaining. So I said, hey, maybe I should make a podcast about that, where it's just, you know, the adventure of whiskey, the tasting of whiskey, not necessarily about getting messed up and drunk, but like a lot of people do, but really experiencing the adventure of all those different tastes. And that's what we've been doing now ever since then. So thank you, Bob, for the inspiration, and thank you for turning us on to George Dickel as well as Sam at the Cozy Nut. So any final words? If you can behave yourself for just 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm double fisting liquor because that Ardbeg was just excellent. So I'm not a big rye fan usually, I've had a couple I like. This I like. I was really surprised that I enjoyed it as much as I do. Pick it up, come to the Cozy Nut, check it out, and have a good day.
Twitter has announced that all accounts should change their passwords. Yes, every single password on every single account. Their official blog mentioned that we recently identified a bug that stored passwords unmasked in an internal log. We have fixed the bug and our investigation shows no indication of breach or misuse by anyone. They added, out of an abundance of caution, we ask that you consider changing your password on all services where you've used this password. Facebook employees get what's often referred to internally as a Sauron alert when a colleague accesses their personal profile. Yet, ordinary Facebook users have no idea if a Facebook employee has logged into their account. Simpsons creator says of Apu criticism, people love to pretend they're offended. When asked if he had any thoughts on the criticism of Apu as a stereotype, he replied, "Not really. I'm proud of what we do on the show, and I think it's a time in our culture where people love to pretend they're offended." Swamp Thing will rise from the muck on DC streaming service. The New York Times reports that Swamp Thing will be an original live-action series. It is being developed exclusively for a new streaming service. The service, DC Universe, is scheduled to go live later this year. Bloody Disgusting has posted that the Toxic Avenger John Altamura has been found dead. John Altamura played the Toxic Avenger in Troma Films' The Toxic Avenger Part 2 and The Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie. The actor died of a heart attack, according to his brother.